Welcome to another episode of Unlocking the Upside. I'm your host, Jeff Robinson, and with me as always is James, our resident reality check. Today we're diving deep into the economics of AGI, sparked by Sam Altman's recent observations. James, I've been absolutely fascinated by the implications of these scaling laws we're seeing in AI development. I mean, we're talking about price reductions that make Moore's law look like a gentle slope.
Hold on there, Jeff. Before you get too excited about exponential curves, let's break this down for our listeners. What exactly are these scaling laws, and why do they matter for investors?
Artificial general intelligence could generate more economic value in the next decade than the entire internet revolution, and that's just the beginning. Today we're exploring how AGI economics might completely reshape society as we know it.
Those are some bold numbers. What's driving such massive economic potential?
Well, it comes down to three fascinating principles that differentiate AGI from any previous technological revolution. The first is this predictable logarithmic relationship between investment and intelligence gains.
So you're saying we can actually map out how smart these systems will get based on what we put into them?
Exactly right. And here's where it gets really interesting. We're seeing a 10-fold reduction in deployment costs every 12 months. That's dramatically faster than Moore's law, which governed tech advancement for decades.
So if we look at something like GPT-4 to GPT-4.0, what kind of cost reduction are we talking about?
Well, in just 18 months, we saw a 150 times decrease in token cost. But here's the real kicker. The third principle shows that even small improvements in AI capabilities can generate exponentially growing economic benefits.
That sounds like a perfect storm for rapid advancement. How do you see this playing out in the real world?
Let's take the example of what experts are calling the agent economy. Imagine AI agents operating at the level of junior software engineers, not revolutionary on their own, but when you can instantly deploy millions of them.
Oh wow, and these aren't just static tools like a calculator or spreadsheet. These agents can learn and adapt in real time.
Precisely, and unlike physical technologies, they can be updated and improved instantly across entire networks. Think about how that could transform scientific research, processing vast amounts of data, generating hypotheses, running virtual experiments simultaneously.
You know what fascinates me most about this? The potential impact on basic goods and services. How do you see that playing out?
Well, the economics suggest we could see dramatic price reductions in everyday necessities as AI drives down production and delivery costs. But, and this is crucial, we might simultaneously see increased prices for scarce resources like land.
That could create some interesting social dynamics. What about the job market? That's what everyone seems worried about.
The transformation of work is going to be profound, but not in the way most people expect. The emphasis will shift towards strategic decision-making and creativity rather than routine tasks.
Like the transition from physical labour to knowledge work during the Industrial Revolution, but happening much faster.
Exactly, and that speed of change presents unique challenges. We need new frameworks for everything from education to social support systems.
Speaking of challenges, what about the technical infrastructure needed to support all this?
That's a critical point. We're talking about massive computing resources, energy requirements, and data management systems. And then there's the safety aspect. How do we maintain control while promoting innovation?
Sounds like we need some serious adaptive governance frameworks.
You know, that's exactly right. We need regulatory approaches that can evolve as quickly as the technology itself. And crucially, we need to ensure the benefits are distributed broadly.
How do we actually make that happen, though? It seems like such a massive challenge.
Well, some interesting proposals are emerging, like providing compute budgets to individuals, essentially democratizing access to AI capabilities, but it's going to require unprecedented levels of international cooperation.
That's quite a vision for the future. What should people be watching for as indicators that we're moving in this direction?
Look for three key developments. First, continued acceleration in AI capability scaling. Second, novel approaches to AI governance and regulation. And third, early experiments with universal AI access programs.
And what's your take on the timeline for all this?
The fascinating thing is that while the immediate future might look similar to today, the long-term transformations could be more profound than anything in human history. We're talking about a potential economic revolution that could dwarf the impact of the internet.
And that's both exciting and a little terrifying. Any final thoughts on navigating this transition?
The key is to remain both optimistic and vigilant. The decisions we make now about AGI development and deployment will shape society for generations to come. It's not just about the technology, it's about ensuring it serves humanity as a whole.
Well, this has been quite the journey through the economics of intelligence. Thanks for helping us make sense of it all.
Indeed, and remember everyone, the future of AGI isn't predetermined. It's something we all have a role in shaping. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep imagining the possibilities ahead. Before we wrap up today's episode on the economics of AGI, I want to share something that bridges the gap between institutional knowledge and individual empowerment. Throughout my career analyzing technological transformations and their market impacts, I've seen how crucial it is to understand these shifts early. That's why I created Insight One, a platform where cutting-edge market analysis meets adaptive learning technology. We've distilled complex market dynamics like the ones we discussed today about AGI economics into clear, actionable insights. Whether you're navigating the AI revolution or building a resilient investment strategy, Insight One provides institutional-grade analysis tailored to your learning style. Find us on the App Store, Google Play, or at theinvestmentanalyst.com. Start your journey into the future of investing today.